Hello, Cancer. I hope you're doing well. I'm having some technical errors, but here's your reading for March 1st, and I'm going to pull the last card. Interesting. All right. So we have Temperance in the reverse position. We have the Four of Pentacles in the upright position. And then we have the Empress in the upright, clarified by the Strength in the reverse. Let's get to it. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Ugh, my other book. I'm scooching over. Okay, so just to expand slightly, I have this book that I really like, and I found this one page that has really cool information. So Temperance, who straddles the divide between two worlds, is assigned to Sagittarius, the sign of long-distance travel, philosophy, and higher education. The Sagittarian archer, half horse, half man, also combines two widely different experiences while his arrow soars across long distances on his way to new horizons. And then you also got the Empress. Wife and mother is assigned to Venus, the planet of love and attraction. You can find the astrological glyph for Venus in many renditions of this card. A little bit smaller of a thing than the other one. But yeah, I think it's cool. And yeah. Really cool book. Tarot and astrology. Okay. Now, let's get into the actual reading. So, I believe Temperance in the reverse means that something's been forced and it's not supposed to. But let me just double check. The Temperance card is symbolic of some kind of extreme. Balance is lost. There is too much or not enough of something. We see this card when we are overindulging, worn down, and not resting, or forcing an issue. Also, sometimes two different things are not destined to come together or work, at least not now. Reverse, this card suggests that the differences are just too great to blend successfully. Find something else or pause to restore order once more. So in the past, you or someone around you may have been forcing a situation, or may have been overindulging in something, or just in general, there was an off balance that was pretty intensive, and it was just too much, and it needed to end. Like that's kind of the too much. It's bad, too much kind of thing. You need to find rebalance. This hand signal of rebalance. But yeah, a lot of like something was being forced energy. And with the Four of Pentacles in the present, it's a lot of stubbornness. Fours are stubborn. Oh, and we flipped right to it, so it was meant to be. I work so hard for what I have. I'm never letting go. The Four of Pentacles symbolizes the universe giving you permission to be more selfish with your time and energy. Maybe you are in need of some healing or time alone before you dive into your next big adventure. That would make sense. After a time of overindulging or pushing yourself too much, maybe overworking, of like you, it could be that you had like a deadline or something, but you just overworked yourself. But you had your deadline, you had to make your deadline, kind of thing. So you overdid it. It was too much. You needed to pause, you needed to break, but you didn't. Like that's that kind of energy, and you still, to the detriment of yourself or to a situation of some sort, you still pushed it, kind of thing. But there was, yeah, yeah. That's just, yeah, that was in the near past, but it just feels very heavy. Like it was, I need to emphasize that it was pushing it. That's I just feel like it needs to really be emphasized because it feels so heavy, in that like exhaustion of, yeah, something was exhausted, yeah. With your Four of Pentacles, maybe you're in need of some healing time. People may try to pull you out, but it's okay to do what you need to do and not compromise. Stand your ground, have healthy boundaries. Like, if you need to heal, it's really important for you to say, hi, I need to heal, or hi, I need this, hi, I need that. And state it and say, like, this is what I need. And I'm not gonna compromise because I need this. This card also can represent enjoying and holding on to what you have now and feeling grateful for the sense of security that it brings you. You might also be working on saving or budgeting to help build your bank account even further. So it could be just a positive thing of like, you're holding on because you cherish it. You're excited that you have it. You're like, yeah, I worked hard for this. Yeah, I'm not gonna easy peasy let this go. No, I worked hard for this. And you may potentially be in a position where you're finding yourself reevaluating your budgeting and seeing where money should be spent, where money is going, and all of that, and just refiguring that out. But in my opinion, there's a nice little future of the Empress, which I really like the Star card, even if cards show up in the reverse. There's some cards that I don't know. There's some cards I really like the advice for when they show up, even if it's, yeah. Okay. All right. So, Empress in the upright is really fantastic. And then Strength card in the reverse is Leo energy. So it could be potentially there's someone that has Leo energy around you, or you have Leo energy in your chart. But there's some fire energy here. And we also have Earth energy is Pentacles. So, the Empress signals abundance, creativity, and fertility. Her appearance indicates that this is a time that can bring tremendous growth, effortlessly and all on its own. The Empress says you have the ability to attract to yourself what you want and need. Be creative, thrive, care, and tend to others as well as yourself. Love, affection, and beauty also go hand in hand with this. With the Empress, and are all a part of her magnetism. The Empress is a reminder to ease back and receive. Experience growth is 50% the effort you put in and 50% trusting and letting things unfold as they will. Nurture yourself and your needs during this time, realizing that self-care is essential to your personal well-being and health. That's like the Four of Pentacles of making sure you stand your ground. Say, this is what I need. I need to take care of myself. I need to not go overboard and push myself like that. I need to. It's too much. I need to. So I like that. That's like confirming, like, if you need to set a boundary, do it. Do it. Um, yeah. Be assured that growth is unfolding and you will reap the rewards if you keep nurturing your work life. Also, be open to receiving assistance and not taking everything on yourself. The strength in the reverse is pointing out that you are trying to force issues instead of allowing them to unfold naturally. So I think this is more of this could potentially pop up as a difficulty during this time that you're having in this wonderful Empress energy. Because the Empress is such like a beautiful card, like truly beautiful. Sometimes it's hard to accept. Sometimes it's hard to embrace. Sometimes it's just like, oh, that's way too beautiful. I need to find something a little bit more rough and tough for me because it stresses me out how nice that is. And I know not everyone feels that way, but that is something that can come up with that. Like, it's just too good to be true, almost, that kind of, to be able to accept that energy into your life sometimes. And so I think that that's why the strength card in the reverse is showing up, because it's kind of like a little bit of a mild warning, I guess. Or just be aware of, red flags pop up kind of thing. That kind of, you know. The strength card in reverse is pointing out that you are trying to force issues instead of allowing them to unfold naturally. This card will appear reversed when you don't trust that something will happen on its own or you try to make it happen. It is telling you that this approach will likely backfire. It can also mean that you're not stepping into your power due to guilt or weakness or because you would rather have someone else make the choices for you. So you might be in a position where, for some reason, guilt or weakness of some sort might be rising up. Maybe there's a vulnerability of some sort that's rising up to the top, and that might just get into your head a little bit and make you maybe fall into rushing things or forcing things or like potentially falling into maybe a cycle of this too much energy of the Temperance in the reverse. And so you have this opportunity to embrace this without the feelings of guilt or weakness. So if you see that, it's, I like to think that awareness is always the first step. It's good to be aware of it because then you can decide if you want to act on it or not. You can decide if you want to muster up the courage to act on it. But if you're not even aware of it, there's no next step. Like, if you're not aware of it, you can't really go anywhere from there. So I guess I'm feeling like have patience with yourself. And understand that you are very strong. And we all do have insecurities, and we all do have things that make like good things, maybe it's hard to accept it, or maybe it's just like hard to believe in it, and maybe you want to like reject the good thing because it is hard to believe in it, but I think this is just encouraging you to be aware of when that pops up. It's okay to feel whatever you're feeling, but know that you are very strong. And if you take a deep breath and let things fold as they should and not force things, you may be able to fully embrace that beautiful energy that is being offered to you. So yeah, it feels like take a step into decompression of just like, all right, you've got this. There's beautiful things in your future. Just try not to force things. It's gonna be okay. Just try not to force things. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here for this reading. Take what's yours Leave the rest behind. Take deep breaths. Drink water. And I'll see you guys next time.